Hey, it's a Hubble Collector here, and in today's video you're probably going to be hearing some pretty consistent background noise. It is pouring right now, but I figured, sure, might get a little bit of rain in the background of the video, but nothing better on a rainy day than opening up some fresh Militaria. So without further ado, let's get started. So this package, this is actually a pretty diverse lot of items from a seller that I buy from quite regularly. Got some photos in here, some patches, some pretty interesting stuff all around. Let me get this open. Alright, so I guess we'll get these out of there. Okay, and at that end. And right there. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we have. Guess we'll start here and work our way through. Alrighty. So the first photo that we have here, this is a Fokker fighter plane from World War I. Appears to be some kind of air show or something, probably in the 30s. That's pretty neat. Old World War I fighter craft photo. Then we also have some doughboys here arriving in France. This is like a World War I era photo as well, which is pretty neat. Or, sorry, leaving France, not arriving in France. Next up here we have the Caveman's bomber. This is actually a pretty famous piece from World War II. It's quite humorous. I like that a lot. Yeah, as you can see, it's numbered up there at the top. I believe they sold those as souvenirs at one air base. I think at Wright Field, maybe, in Ohio. But anyway, pretty neat. This was cool. So, I've never seen one of these before, but these were supposed to be apparently like Japanese, similar to like the leaflets that like we were dropping over Germany and Europe. This is something the Japanese were actually planning to drop on the Australians, which, as you can see, the Spectre commands, Roosevelt, thou shalt go, Americans, and eat the Australians out of their homes if necessary. The Americans will fight the last Australian. So it's like an anti-American propaganda leaflet left for the Australians, which I love that you can tell this is supposed to be Roosevelt. The fact that he looks kind of like Palpatine up there, I think is really humorous. There's a nice little caption here as well. Admiralty Islands retreating across Manus Island in the Admiralties. Japanese abandoned well-packed supplies of comic Valentine propaganda leaflets and surrender tickets intended for distribution amongst American cavalrymen who haven't yet figured out why a retreating Jap should have such wild ideas about the surrender. The uncirculated pamphlets fell into the hands of American intelligence. The G-Tours color-printed nip baloney slips, either thick or thin, were useless except as souvenirs. The fighting cavalrymen wanted the leaflets for battle memos and to solve personal demands of greater urgency. With intelligence distributing enemy propaganda free of charge, everyone was satisfied except the nips. There is doubt if they intended their leaflets to compete with comic strip art or solve the local tissue shortage. Which, by the way, I read these as written, these period articles. No offense meant, of course, with those rather outdated terminology, so I do apologize for that. There's more of it here as well. This appears to be surrendering Japanese soldier. Another newspaper article here. 40th Construction Battalion, USN Seabees, on the recommendation of General MacArthur, has been cited by the President for outstanding performance of duty and action against the enemy on Los Negros Island Admiralty Group on March 2nd, 1944. On that one-day mention, the Seabees pushed ahead with record speed the job of clearing and repairing Momote airstrip. At night, with amphibious engineers, they helped the cavalry units man the perimeter against frenzied Jap charges. During their few hours of leisure off duty, said the citation, the Seabees were still still found time to rout out small bands of the enemy, locate and report pillboxes, and otherwise carry the offensive to the enemy positions. So this obviously came out of an old scrapbook. I'm guessing, based off this, maybe the individuals from the 40th Construction Battalion managed to pick these up. But really neat pieces. I've never seen either of those before. I think these are all part of the same grouping, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so these, from what the seller was thinking, these are from, like, would have been used for, like, a P-38 unit history that was being put together. Like, he thinks these were, like, the pictures stuff that were going to be in there. See, we got some really nice aerial damage photos. Yeah, you can actually see all the shell craters there. There's Dieppe, May 1944. St. Malo. Got a bar there. Oh, St. Vith, December 26, 1944. Cherbourg, mapping mission, April 1944. Bridge out over the Loire River. Yeah, pretty neat photos. I think there's actually a couple of the P-38s themselves here. Yeah, first views of France, July 1944. U.S. soldier in a dugout somewhere in the Ardennes, it looks like. Then, yeah, a new crop of pilots. Really nice photo there. And the original pilot cater, March 1944. Yeah, camera repair. Yeah. So this was a reconnaissance unit, if I remember correctly. P-38 reconnaissance. And then Mont Saint-Michel. Christmas at Gosselier, where the German soldier has stood, no one else shall tread. Adolf Hitler. Irony. And yeah, overall it's a pretty neat set of photos. I wonder if these actually did get put into a memoir. If you recognize those photos and it was actually published in a memoir of some kind, I would love to see it. So any information on that would be greatly appreciated. I also have this poster here, all about the ME-109F. Yeah, this is a period poster, period training poster. As you can see, I'll pick the camera here. Dated November 1942, U.S. Naval Aviation Training Division. Restricted, not that I think that's really in effect anymore. Yeah, pretty neat little poster. He gave that to me for actually what I thought was fairly cheap. You see these on eBay sometimes, they're like super overpriced because they printed quite a few of them. Okay. And this is cool. This is actually a strafe. This is a photo taken from a strafing mission over Corregidor, as you can see here. And interestingly enough, if you look at the top of the photo here, this looks like it might be the tail of like a B-24. So this would have been taken from like the rear of a B-24 maybe. But you can see there's a Japanese boat there that was strafed. Pretty neat photo. And then these patches I'm very excited about. Yeah, got some really neat patches. Let's tape shut. Grab a knife. I'm a sucker for bullion patches. I just think they're really neat. So we'll start here. So this is a Army Air Force patch. As you can see here, this one's probably made somewhere in the Pacific, probably China, Burma, India. Yeah, you can bullion threads all nice and tarnished. It's a nice salty been there patch. you know, definitely looks like it was on a uniform at some point, which is pretty neat. And then these other two here, this other bullion patch that we have here, this is also a probably a China, Burma, India theater patch. This is United States Army Air Force Far East. Pretty neat. Yeah, so those two together make a pretty neat set. And then also here we have this airborne cap badge or patch. It's pretty neat. And I believe that this one might be made in England based off a little bit of research that I was able to do. Yeah, pretty neat patch. I really don't have any airborne stuff, so I thought that was a neat thing to pick up. Actually, I'm probably going to put those patches back in this little sleeve for now. I'll have to reorganize my shadow box with all my U.S. insignia and stuff in it. Yeah, those are pretty nice pieces. Overall, I was pretty happy with that lot that I was able to get from him. And the other item here, I'll move all this out of the way, because I obviously don't realize that I haven't really been able to get nearly as much scanning done in the past couple weeks as I would like. I bought another album. This one's pretty interesting when it came up, though, and I thought the price was pretty good, all things considered. I can cut that open. There we go. Should be everything. Man, that was loud. So neat little doodads. Alright. Yes, this is actually a Kriegsmarine album, which I don't really have any Kriegsmarine stuff, you know, with, you know, besides a couple photos and, I think one patch. Did I have it upside down? I seem to always do that. But yeah, pretty neat photos here. We have a fast boat, as well as a photo of who probably was the owner of this this album. He actually has the Minesweeper badge there. It's kind of hard to see. Now, it looks like there might actually be a name on there if catching the light in that corner. PDOR something. Interesting. Oh, and there's like a vaguely colorized version here. It looks like that is a Minesweeper badge, and can't really make out that other one there. Huh. But nice captioned photos here. Yeah, some nice ship photos. There's a couple U-boat photos in here too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's also a lot of photos from occupied France as well. So you can see, yeah, we have the Eiffel Tower here, Bastille Plaza. Ooh, a photo of the Bremen. It's kind of neat. Yeah, more photos of the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe. See, we got any good on a deck of some kind of ship here. I wonder what that is. I'm terrible at naval ship identification, so any help there would be appreciated. Looks like they got like a rowing team going on here. Album's in pretty good shape too. More touristy photos. Actually got quite a lot of touristy photos in here. It's pretty neat though. It's a good look into the period. Got some more ships down there in the harbor. This is Hamburg. We got Brest here. Pretty neat stuff. Another really nice souvenir photo of the Eiffel Tower. Arc de Triomphe. Got Napoleon's tomb as well. Notre Dame. Pre-fire. It's a neat boat. Don't really know what that's doing in here. Oh, there's a U-boat. Look at that. It's like all these loose photos come out of the book. I've got a U-boat here. Also got a frozen deck gun. It's like some mine-laying action. It's pretty neat. Jump one photos though. It's not good. Is that everything that's in the book then, except for the loose photos? That's the question. It would appear so. Alright, let's take a look at these loose ones. It's like a little harbor patrol boat, maybe. A couple small boats out in the water. Sailor getting married, it looks like. Can't really make out any details on there, though. I'll have to scan it in later. Another Kriegsmarine sailor there. Should it focus? Yeah, there you go. It's like some kind of transport ship or something. Again, not very familiar with ships. One of the reasons why I picked up this album, because I just didn't really have a lot. Let's copy that other photo we just saw. I wonder if these are the same three guys in both these photos. It's possible. Here's another photo from that wedding. A couple copies of the same photo, it looks like, or a series of photos, all taken at the same place. That same gentleman from before, looking off to the side. This is pretty cool. You got British flag there in the background of this mess. I wonder if that would have been captured maybe around Dunkirk or something like that. It's pretty neat. And yeah, two of the same three guys from before. So yeah, overall pretty neat album though. Particularly with this the U-boat photo that's in there, as well as the this fast boat's pretty sweet. But yeah, so that is it for this unboxing. Pretty good stuff overall. I'm very happy. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you guys. Happy collecting, and I'll see you all again very soon.